Hello everyone, Monique here from zombians.com, and today we are going to be having another look at gesture drawing and how we take a drawing on from there, how we turn the concept sketch into a rough sketch. So I'm going to get started by drawing a quick gesture sketch here. I'm going to be doing, well, I guess I should do a dragon, because the dragons are what I know best, unfortunately. So I guess I'll have the tail swinging around like that. Oh, maybe I'll draw a Charizard, actually. Yes, why not? I am a Charizard after all. Rawr. Okay, so I've got the head there, swinging round, the tail is going to be up here. Again, remember what I said last time, try and keep the details as minimalistic as possible. So I'm just drawing the very general bare bones of the drawing. This is the wings, so I'm drawing where the wings go. Now this is the far wing, so as you can see the bend of the wing there goes up higher than this one, and it's a much sharper bend because of foreshortening. I will probably try and cover foreshortening in a later video, so don't worry too much about it right now. I'm not the best person at foreshortening, but still a worthwhile thing to learn, so I'll try my best on doing a tutorial later on. So okay, so that's our very basic concept sketch. I'm now going to start adding in the other limbs as well. So we've got little feet like this. Okay, what should the arms be doing? I guess the arms will be... no, that looks clumsy. Very trial and error this, I'm not very used to ab-libbing whilst I'm drawing. I guess that could be... there we go, like that. So I've got the general body in place now. So we are now going to lower the opacity of this concept sketch and start a new layer, and I'm actually going to draw on top and draw in the very rough details. This is where you will be refining your drawing, your concept sketch, and adding in any important details. However, like the concept sketch, you don't have to worry too much about adding a lot of detail in. That usually is what I tend to do for my second rough sketch before doing the line art, but you can just skip the second rough sketch and go straight to the line art. So I'm going to add the eyes. When drawing eyes, it does help to draw a little frame in on the face like that, so that you can check where the placement of the eyes is going, rather. So there we go. Maybe not sticking out quite so much. Draw the chin. Okay, very nice. So now you can draw a line for the neck, and now it helps to think in shapes here. So for the body, for the rib cage, I just draw a very rough circle and bring it down. I might have drawn the legs in a bit too far down, but that's okay, that's fixable. Don't be afraid to fix things as you spot them at this stage, because if you leave it and think, oh, I'll go back to it later after I've finished adding this bit in, you usually, what I find is I immediately forget, and then I notice the mistake like after I've done the line art, and I'm like, oh, damn it, should have fixed that earlier. Now it looks terrible. So I've just moved the legs higher up, which looks a bit better. There we go. Okay. Try and keep your forms very simple here, just use simple shapes. So circles, curves, and triangles. There we go. Drawing that up there. So I'm going to draw a circle there to indicate that the wing is coming out of the shoulder there. And I'm also going to draw a circle here to indicate that's where the arm is coming out. And then I'm just going to draw how the wing limb bends, because this bit here is a little flap of skin that comes out. This is the elbow, and this is going to be sort of the hand of the wing. Forgive me, don't exactly know the technical term for bat wing anatomy, I'm afraid. I should probably brush up on that really. Okay, and then I'm drawing the little wing digits. So as you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm just doing a simple line per digit, and then where the knuckles are I'm drawing a circle, and another line, a circle, and then I'm drawing a circle here as well to indicate that's where the digit ends and where the claw is, the nail. Okay, I'm going to do the same for that one. I can't remember if Charizard has 3, I think it only has 2. Okay, this is going to be a semi-stylistic Charizard. I'm not sticking too closely with the original design in terms of anatomy, because let's face it, the original Charizard is a little fatty. A bit like me. Okay, so just making this a bit longer. Right, that's a bit better. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same for the arm. So keeping it in a sort of wireframe, and then fleshing it out like so. Okay, flesh that out. There. Okay. And I might make this tail a little bit longer. Right. There we go. So when drawing the rough sketch, it may help to draw in where the position of all the limbs and where they are, and don't leave an area blank. As to I don't really know how to describe this properly, but you see how this tail is in front of this Charizard's left leg. In rough sketches, it's best to just draw the full leg, and not skip it, so I don't just draw like the end of a foot there, because the danger with that is you may actually misjudge where the limb goes, and end up drawing it in completely incorrect place, and then it ends up looking kind of weird afterwards. So do be careful with that. Keep an eye out, because that's quite a typical pitfall to fall into, and one that I've fallen into far too many times in the past. Right, I just got to draw that arm there, and then this wing as the final thing. That rhymes. There we go. Not too fond of how that's bending. It should be okay. Okay, right. So that there is the wing arm, and this curves round. That's the outside digit, and this is the inner digit. Okay. There we go. So as you can see, my rough sketch is looking a little bit messy now, but don't worry, we can clean that up in the second rough sketch. So actually I might move these legs up again, would you believe, because the body just looks far too long. But this is the whole point of the sketching progress. It's okay to make changes as you go, and it's okay to make mistakes. Don't worry about making mistakes. And with time and practice, you will develop the skills you need to actually spot and correct these mistakes as well. Another thing that might help you is every so often just stopping and taking a step back and having a good look at your drawing, and look for areas that could change or don't look quite right. Even if you don't have like proper knowledge of anatomy, you will develop that with time and practice. So don't be afraid of going over your own drawings and looking at what you can improve. Okay, so I think this rough sketch is pretty much finished now. What I am going to do now is I'm going to flip the image horizontally. Image rotation, flip canvas horizontal. The reason why I'm doing this is because of the way our brains work. If you flip an image, you are very good at spotting. You notice the mistakes you've made more than if you don't flip it. So I'm flipping the canvas here to try and see if I made any mistakes or anatomical errors that I didn't notice before. So I think this chest area looks a bit strange. Don't really know what's going on there. I think that looks a bit better. Okay, I'm going to draw her back in now as well. Bring this out here. I'm going to take this brow out a little bit. Again, don't worry about the details too much. And then because this tail is swinging round in this direction, the tail will be going, the flame on the tail will be pulling this way. Okay. So there we go. And what I might do actually is go through the entirety of this drawing with you. So I'll do the line art, I'll record the line art and my colouring as well in separate parts. Let me know if you would like to see this. I'm not really that big on editing, and colouring by far takes the longest out of all the stages of drawing. So I'm not really sure how I will do that, but I do want to try and help out with that. So let me know and I'll see if I can work something out with editing tools. If you have any editing tools to recommend me as well, that would be very nice. Preferably free. I don't think I can afford Adobe Premiere. It's a bit too steep for me. So I don't know, anything within the price range of free to $50 I'd be willing to pay for. Okay, so now we are going to be moving on to our secondary rough sketch, and here I'm actually going to start zooming into the canvas, would you believe? Because I'm going to try and see if I can add better details, something. I'm actually going to select a different brush because this doesn't work so well on a smaller scale. Where's my favourite brush gone? I can't find it. Tech pen? That might be. No, that's no good. Oh god. As you can see, I have a ridiculous number of brushes. This is turning into quite an addiction. By the way, Kyle's brushes, look them up. They are effing amazing. They are so good. This might be alright. No. Actually, make it a bit smaller. No, I'm having to press really hard there. Ugh, I'll just select a default brush. Right, that'll do for now. I'm sorry, it'll have to do. Right, there we go. Normally I'd be doing this in Psi because you can get much smoother line art with Paint Tool Psi than you can with Photoshop, though Kyle's brushes have come pretty close to the quality and crispness of size brushes. And there are quite a few brushes out there that try to emulate size, the way size feels when you draw, and it comes pretty close too, but they do charge for it. So I'm just doing the eye here, adding in the nostril. I'm going to draw a little nostril sticking out here. So as you can see, I'm just adding finer details and refining the major details as well. So drawing that brow, there we go. Lovely. Okay, and now for the horns. There we go. One thing that might help you, which I'm going to do now actually, is to change the colour of the undersketch. So I'm going to lock layer transparency here, and I'm going to get the bucket tool and change the colour of the undersketch so that I can see it better and see my secondary rough sketch better. I might go for a blue. I can't decide. So many colours to choose from. Okay. So as you can see, I've done this chin a bit too deep there. Extend it outwards, do the cheek. Okay. There we go. Bring that round to the neck. Drawing the collarbone. One thing to bear in mind is to remember to zoom out every so often to check how the full thing looks. Because if you don't do this, you run the danger of making it look weird. Like this nostril looks a bit too sticky outy. That is definitely a word. I did not make that up. Don't doubt me. Okay. There we go. Bring that round. My lines are getting a bit scribbly here. Not good practice, not good at all. And I'm not sure I like how this hand is coming, so I might just reduce this down into digits like that, rather than having a hand thing, a strange, mysterious bat hand thing. Very technical term. Trust me, I'm a biologist. What am I doing? Good lord. I just completely lost control of my hand then. Scribble all over the page! Nah! More than a bit hyper. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to keep adding details to this, and I will be back in a minute to show you the finished product. See you there. Welcome back! So as you can see here, I've finished my sketch now. Quite a big change, eh? Let's take a look at what changes I've made. So this is the original undersketch, okay, and this is the rough sketch. So as you can see, I've flipped it back to the original position now. I've changed it horizontally again, and I've fleshed out all the details ready for the line art. So what have I actually done here? Well, as you can probably tell, I have brought this wing up, this hind wing, up by quite a lot. I had drawn it far too long in comparison to this wing here. It didn't look right at all. It would have had like one massive wing and one tiny wing, which was rather silly. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part in the Jester sketch there. Sorry, not Jester sketch. Original rough sketch thing with the stuff. So another thing that I've done, I've added a lot of tiny details. So as you can see, I've drawn in the expression of the Charizard here, with furrowed brow. I've also added this here. You might be wondering what this circle is. On reptiles have internal ears, and you can often well, you can often tell where their ears are because they have like sort of a disc where the skin sort of dips in. So I've given our little Charizard here an ear so that he can hear things, or she, probably a she. I don't know if this is a Monizard, I'm not sure. Another thing I've done is I've drawn in the body coloration here, so if you remember correctly, Charizards have yellow bellies, so I've just drawn in the boundary of where the yellow meets the orange, just so I can tell the way that the body's curving and also the way that the tail is curving, ready to help me. I'm probably not going to draw that in my line art. I might hint it here and there by doing like little faint whatever you call it, line art, but I'm not going to fully draw it in. Another thing I've done is I've added the flame. As you can see, it's got a whooshy, swooshy motion to it. I have also fleshed out the detail with flesh, with the skin flaps here, speaking of flesh. So you can see how it attaches to the arm now, whereas in the under sketch I hadn't really defined that at all. What else have I done? Yes, so back to this wing here, I'd also changed the way it, actually that's not quite clear enough, sorry. I've also changed the way the arm bends there, because it didn't look quite right, it looked a bit awkward. Like I said, I'm not the best person at foreshortening, so I made the angle wider because I couldn't work out how to fit the details in if it was at a narrower, if you were looking at it sideways, directly sideways on rather than slightly turned. If you understand what I'm saying, I hope you do, because I don't. Right, what else? I added the feet and the digits for the feet and toes, and fingers rather. And I also changed this knee, so as you can see, the whole top of the leg actually, as you can see in the under sketch, I'd drawn it a bit curvy. This is because of what I did in my gesture to get the motion down, but that wasn't quite anatomically correct. I don't think legs really bend like that, so I changed the curve to be more straight. And yeah, I think that's about it. What else? Can I think of anything else? With these digits as well, I just fleshed out the digits because they were only little sticks in the under sketch. And also, you might be wondering what this layer is here. That was just so that I could get the repositioning of the wing correct, basically. So as you can see there, it connects up. Yes, that's what I was going to say. If you aren't quite sure, if you see a mistake in your original rough sketch that you want to change, but you're not quite sure how to go about it, I would recommend starting a new layer on top like I have done here and draw in the change before erasing anything, before changing anything on your sketch on top, so that if you don't like the change, you can still go back to the original, or you can still, fix it in another way. Okay, I think that's about it. So, thank you very much for watching. Please do let me know if you would like to see me finish this, turn it into a fully coloured drawing, if you want to watch me do a line art and shade it. If I do that, it will probably go uncommentated. Like I said, it takes such a long time. And line art's very repetitive, so I'll probably just be repeating myself constantly, so it's probably going to be without commentary. May put some backing music if I can try and work out how to edit things. Oh dear, I'm not usually this technologically inept. Okay, anyway, so I shall see you on the other side. Please do let me know if you want to see this sketch continued. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.